Meet Kylie. Kylie had a problem. Kylie had two birth charts. She had a tropical birth chart and she had a Vedic birth chart. Now, which is more accurate? This is her tropical chart.
Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the insane astrology of Kylie Jenner. Let's go. Okay, so first we're going to talk about her Capricorn rising, which explains why she's had so much success and recognition in her career and then her sun is in Leo, which means she can come off as very conceited and self-centered and dramatic.
I had to stop her right there. Let me ask y'all a question. If you were born in hurricane season, does that make you a hurricane? No? Well, then why the hell do you think if you're born in Leo season, that makes you a Leo? See, as right here, this is Leo season, but these are the true Leo sun placements. This makes her a Cancer sun. What does that even mean? Now, before I go and break down her chart, if anybody likes this and likes how I break down, make sure you're liking and following, okay? I need the follows. And yeah, if you want your birth chart read by yours truly, DM me. All right, without further ado, let's go on to this. First things first, she is a Sagittarius rising. Per her Vedic placements, okay? And I'm going to show y'all why y'all want to use y'all Vedic placements, all right? Right here, she has a Jupiter retrograde and a Saturn retrograde, okay? Over here, notice her sun, Cancer sun, right? In the Sky Lord, the nakshatra of Ashlesha. That's very important because you can look that one up. So, first things first, she is a Sagittarius rising or a sage, okay? And what do we know about sages? Make sure you watch my video right over here to learn more. But yeah, basically, they are wizards. They give out information. They're teachers. They're travelers, okay? You know what I mean? Now, who rules Sagittarius? That would be Jupiter. Jupiter is found in the second house, right? The second house. But notice, remember, it was retrograde. That's what that red highlighting is for, okay? Meaning it's acting like it's in Sagittarius, okay? But we have Capricorn in the second house of face, okay?
To the 26-year-old making headlines as people commented that she looked older and even speculated that her face had aged because she had used too much filler.
The thing about Capricorn in the second house, people, is they have the ugly duckling story, okay? They start off looking older than normal, and then gradually the beauty comes, okay? Because that's just what Saturn does. Saturn never denies you, it only delays you. So her beauty was delayed because of Capricorn in her second house of face, right? Jupiter was also in there, meaning she had a little chubby face when she was younger, okay? But as she got older, that Jupiter went backwards, okay? So we want to move on to her sun sign, the sun being in Cancer in the 8th house, right? So what does the sun mean? The sun represents your father here in Tubz Astrology, Vedic astrology, right? So why is that important? Because it's in her 8th house of trauma, transformation, and surgeries, also the sex house, all of that, right? So what does this star being here mean, right? Remember, Cancer and Leo are royal signs, and she already has her sun sign in a royal sign, Cancer. So first things first, her fame comes from her father. The Jenner was Second, since it's in her 8th house of surgery, right? When she has surgery, more fame comes. But what type of fame? Massive fame. Because look at her 9th house in Leo, right? It has the heart, Mercury, and the dragon head, or the North Node, Venus, and Mercury, all in her 9th house of Leo, right? So when she had surgery, her fame came. Now, what type of surgery? All right, well, since the surgery house is being ruled by Cancer, we need to locate the moon, people. And who is the moon in Vedic or Tubz astrology? It would be the brain, the mind, right? Where has her mind or moon traveled? It's traveled to the 11th house. The 11th house that is ruled by Libra. Now, what is Libra? What do we know about Libra? Libra is beauty, okay? So the type of surgery she was going to have, because, again, her surgery house is ruled by Cancer. And who rules Cancer? the moon. The moon is in the 11th house of Libra, right? So the type of surgery she was going to have is going to be something cosmetic pertaining to her beauty, people. Beauty. Now, who is the original ruler of the 8th house? Because the original ruler of the 8th house is Scorpio, right? And we all know who rules Scorpio. It's Mars, right? And Mars is right there in her 11th house, right with Moon, signifying that she was going to have surgery in her life. And it was going to have to do with cosmetics, right? But where did the surgery take place? Scorpio's in the 12th house of foreign lands. So she had surgery in a foreign place, right? So that right there is just letting us know that her fame did not come from her sign of Leo. No, it came from the sun. And she got her fame when she had, what? Her lip filler surgery, which has to do with what? Her cosmetic and beauty, right? Now, what else did we learn about Cancer? I often told people, if you got Cancer placements, especially as a female, the sign of milk and honey will be on your chest. Again, surgery, Cancer. Who else had surgery? That's right, her daddy. Yes, same people. I know, hard to believe, right? But it's showing that right there in her chart of trauma and transformation. We can't make this shit up, people. We just can't make this shit up. Now, Venus, or the heart, represents wealth, right? And again, as we can see the combination, so if you have this combination in your chart, you should learn. The heart represents Venus, which is also money, which Mercury is with it too, which also represents business, which also represents money. And we have the North Node, or Rahu, the dragon's head, which represents obsession, massive amounts of fame. It's all combo, right? So she gets her money from spitting knowledge about her creativity. Leo, right? Creative products, right? Beauty products. Now, remember when I said Cancer and Ashleisha, right? They can be drawn to professions like medicine, psychology, or counseling, and also thrive in roles requiring persuasive communication, Mercury, and influencing skills, Rahu, Mercury, and Venus, such as sales, marketing, or even politics. Also, in Vedic astrology, the Ashleisha nakshatra, symbolized by a coiled serpent, is associated with themes related to poisons, toxins, and chemicals, aka beauty products. Now, do you see why I use Vedic astrology, people? Because it's just a tad bit, not even a tad bit, let me quit with the bullshit. It's 100% more accurate, people. It's just 100% more accurate. Now, what else do we learn about Libras? They are known as unicorns. And if you have not watched my unicorn video, first things first, all Libras, and I do mean all, every single one of them, the true ones, all right? They're all unicorns, meaning they've all been in threesomes or had a three-way love affair, whether they knew it or not, okay? And remember, if the sun represents the father, the moon has to represent the mother. And we all know about Chris, don't we? Just saying. I didn't even bring up the OJ rumor. Just the three-way love affair between Robert and Boom. And last but not least, since she's a Sagittarius rising, her partner is going to have this Gemini-like quality, Gemini or Genie-like qualities. Who rules Genie? Mercury. Mercury's in there with Leo, so her partner will have fame just like her, right? Who rules Leo? It will be the sun, so her partner is also going to be a nourisher, very nourishing individual, homicidal maniac, like individual. And who was her partner or baby daddy? Bing! No other than Travis Scott, the Genie-like individual.